Good evening, Sierra Leone. Good evening, Kono District. Good evening to all the Salon Peking Dawode na the diaspora and one awode back home na Sierra Leone. This is David Bongo, the country owner from Kono News Network. I get another candidate again today where they contest for become a mayor na Koidu City. I don't interview the first and second one. This is not the third one. And I believe say they all na credible candidates them. They all na the same work then they try for aspire for. And now one objective they all get now for bring development na Kono district, particularly so inside we city. But everybody gets a different vision, leadership vision, and let we sit down and listen to waiting this may guest they can say. And if we get questions, we can send them questions and they in the comment section, and then I go pass them on to Ram, then I go answer appropriately. Good evening again, listeners and viewers of Kono News Network. Welcome to this special political discussion focused on the future of Koidu City. Today, we host another mayoral aspirant, Aiah James Mbendakwia, to discuss his vision, leadership plans, youth empowerment, women's inclusion, mining issues, education, human rights, sanitation, and economic development. This platform gives citizens the opportunity to hear directly from those seeking leadership and to evaluate their readiness to transform Koidu City into what they expect. So, Mr. Mbendakwia, I hope they call your name correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for coming again for the interview. Would it
It's a
concentrate
pleasure.
first on the leadership and vision? Would I know this Aiah Mbendakwia and why you think say you for become a mayor na Koidu City?
Yes, thank you very much. Once again, I want to say good evening from my side to the people of Kono District and good evening to the people of Kogi City. And me, as you rightly say in the introduction, Mina Aiah James Mbendakwia, we happen for contest the 2023 elections as a mayoral candidate for the C4C Coalition for Change in alliance with the People's Movement for Democratic Change (PMDC)
Okay.
contest, and yes,
Yeah, go ahead. Go
by the
ahead.
grace
I
of
just say
God,
okay. Yeah.
we not be fortunate for living in governance and not be fortunate, but still keep the aspirations and keep the ambition for come and represent the people them that the great Koidu City. Aiah James Mbendakwia na Kono Pikin, we born na Yaya town, na Sando Chiefdom, Yawantanda section. And Aiah James Mbendakwia go school na Freetown, Crimson Preparatory Primary School, later in na Wesleyan Usan Sydney Common Entrance, where they call NPSC National Primary School Examination. From there, I relocate to Koidu City, also do the JSS and SSS na the Great Koidu Secondary School. And Aiah James Mbendakwia, a born, like we say, a man inside Koidu City. Na they I do, I would say, most of my life. And Aiah James Mbendakwia later go now the Freetown Teachers College, just I do my teacher certificate program, and I do certificate in ICT in the GTI, and I also do my bachelor's degree in community development study at the College of Theology and Management and Church Training Center. Yeah, James Bendafia gets the vision and the aspiration for leading people way back in 2007, where James Bendafia come for serve in people immediately after in senior secondary school. Yeah, James Mbendakwia and be a community tailor. We are the so Kankoro camp. Many people know me from the see and say not enough. We try for see how we can able for push and I be a journalist where I work at the SLBC. I work. In fact, I mean, the first presenter na radio news song, and I've been start radio news song na Kono. I proud for say that, and then work na AYV, work na NMJD, in the civil society world, in the journalism world, and also he has been Mbendakwia na an active serving pastor. We na the pastor in charge of the Living Rock Evangelistic Ministry. Abide Kono, Nakoyo, later transforming Abo. Presently, as I talk to you, Mbendakwia, outside political ambition, come and establish in church in Abo, na the southern part of Sierra Leone. It is presently the work at the vineyard of God.
That's quite impressive. I really want to give you special kudos because you line up a lot of stuff where I believe say make you a better person, and I want to tell you thank you for all what you don't explain. So, what will be your top three priorities then? Where you go focus on during your first year in office as a mayor?
Thank you very much. It's a very good question. And like what you say, a lot of things in the report. The Koidu development, we get what we call general needs and priority needs. The needs of Koidu City is very much ambiguous, very big, I put it in a simple term. But for lay, we're able to get a better Koidu City. The number one thing we assess a perennial problem for Koidu City, we by the grace of God, 2028, when I become the mayor, I assume the position at the first try for work on now, at the flooding aspect of Koidu City. Koidu City, every rainy season, Bense Market, the Besang, the Konovani Lorry Park, and other parts of the city, the flood, and where they cause the middleman power a lot of damage. We don't witness another one, not to two, not to three. From then to small, they all don't big. So even last year of recent, the there's a market flood, people then lost huge sum of money. We worth millions of leons. Yeah, James Mbendakwia gets the technical know-how. When he become the mayor of the city, he will try for salvage that situation before ensure say we lay the issue of flooding at the heart of the city to rest permanently. Number two, when Aiah James Mbendakwia become the mayor of the city, I was able for liaise between the administrative wing of the council and the political wing of the council for ensure say and work in cordiality and they work in conjunction for make sure say they're able for run the affairs of the city in terms of revenue mobilization, in terms of solid waste management, where we will tag on the sanitation, and in terms of proper planning of the municipality structure. I believe say if the two heads, the two wings of the council get together, we can be able to do better within the city of Koidu. And Aiah James Mbendakwia they come not as a dictator, where they come as a negotiator and they come as somebody we go open up to dialogue and consultation to ensure say we get a better city. Number three, James Mbendakwia, when he become the mayor of the city, he got able for ensure say the long-standing problem at the council, we got for do with the junior staff, the welfare of the junior staff then, we able for make sure say we address that. What do I mean? There was a time before 2023 we they redundant a lot of junior staff there at the council. And up till now, they're not able to give them the retirement benefit, a redundancy package. And these people are people who don't serve the council for over 20, 30, 40 years. Redundant them without no benefit. Some don't even die along the line. Some don't get option, but for at least find themselves in a position where not correct. And as a son of the soil, we come for build the city. You can't build infrastructure and you left the human resources. So me, they come for consolidate the human resource of the city. To make sure say the one them with the benefit due the redundancy package because they self picking them, they get family them. We believe in them, we trust in them, we they look up to them. They are just that we have come for ensure say we lay also that to rest and make them we restore their dignity and their sanity back to their families. So if I come at the city, these are the top three priorities. Though we got a lot of things them for do within the municipality, but these are
Okay.
the top three we got in the 100 days in council.
Thank you so much for that eloquent response where you give. Very much appreciated. I go come to the third question we get to do with leadership style. What it make you quite different from the other aspirants them, where you feel say you almost stand uniquely out?
Yeah, the thing will make me different, like I tell you, at the bottom top approach of my leadership style I get. They listen to the list man, consult with them, and we all take action together. I think that's my own style way I dey come with where I believe say a different from the other one there.
So you go promote collaboration a lot.
Collaboration, consultation, dialogue.
Okay, that's great. So we will come to infrastructure, sanitation, and urban development. I know say you'd already briefly touched on one of them when flooding. But we know say
Mhm.
Koidu City they face this one very seriously na a big challenge. Road na problem, drainage na problem, the flooding again, sanitation, all this na problem. Which practical solution will you go get for introduce inside your administration?
Yeah, like where you dey na war, they fight with your opponent. There are some strategic position where you go take for win battle. You can't expose them because when you expose them, it's like you are giving the enemy an heads up for go against you. But notwithstanding, uh, when I come as a mayor at the city, infrastructurally, we go put things in place because I don't see a lot of things where don't go wrong, especially when it comes in terms of the Konomani Lorry Park, where a legacy, now one of the best lorry parks they will get across the country. But sad to say, it in a very deplorable manner where air agents Mbendakwia will come and put some structures in place where it will be an international trade center for the sub-region. I gather capacity and I get in know. And in terms of drainages, like what you rightly say, of course, the incumbents they try. I see they award a lot of other contracts, but sad to say they are substandard to some extent. I can substantiate and I can defend. You know, then if you don't make drainage, by the time you know it, 1, 2 months, a heavy lorry go pass no more than you don't broke. And every year we will see one green side and they make drainage, they pass for 5 10. They are all substandard. But when Air James Mbendakwia come, we will ensure say the culverts them will get within the municipality go dey of standard. We not go just dey do am because we want forget money, but we go do am for let the legacy remain. And the drainages themselves within the municipality they also contribute to the flooding of the city. Because if you do some short drainage, short culvert, we water come, the water level they go above the culvert, then a substandard job. And at that we don't they see all over the municipality. And there is a fund, sufficient fund where they come for that from the road maintenance fund administration.
Okay.
But when I come, I go ensure we able to address that appropriately and give the city a face where it deserves.
Thank you very much for that, and we will go further. Um, you don't touch about sanitation also. I will ask this: waste disposal, then waste disposal and environmental cleanliness still not a major concern. Even inside the capital city in a Freetown, a major concern. How you hope for improved sanitation and public health standard inside Koidu City?
Yes, thank God, like we have say, we don't dey follow the politics since the late Mami Mary Musa of blessed memory in time, we become the very first mayor of Koidu municipality. And after which we come to Honorable Emasi Lamina, when he just not been another mayor. Sorry, Sir Musa Sesigbenda. From Sir Musa Sesigbenda come to Honorable Emasi Lamina and to this present incumbent mayor. We don't see the flaws of solid waste management, of garbage disposal within the municipality. Of course, the incumbents, I will always say, instead they don't try your bit. In almost in 7 years where you don't be in governance, don't try for let we get some dumping site. But sad to say that the maintenance of those dumping sites now one of the major challenge with me where I come as a mayor I go able to address. Because if you tag solid waste management and lifespan on project timeline, we as developing experts then, you're not able for continue after when the project fade out. So you know the tag solid waste management on project timeline. What do they do? Solid waste management is now a continual process. Now, like when you talk about sanitation, we'll be to go school in those days. We get one common song where we teach us in the language. Wash your hands daily, eat good food, drink pure water, take plenty exercise, and rest well, something like that. It's a continual process. You wash your hands daily. So garbage collection and disposal should be a continuous process. And the maintenance of the dumping site will be one of the major concerns. Of course, we know say the municipality not get better land again because they don't sell most of the land them. But the little way we get, where we the use for a dumping site, we get for make sure say we utilize them better and we always the maintenance are well. And also there is a way how we be able to do them. We make we garbages expensive. We use the garbage, another innovation, use the garbage for another thing so that the garbage also will get value. The incumbent, I think, is startup, but it based on project lifespan, so it not continue, you know. So,
Okay.
but when we come, I will create a room for continuity, and we go do am better.
Okay, I think you don't get enough information on that side, eh? And and I also appreciate where you did mention the incumbent when Mayor Kumbasam for say you don't they try. So because government or governance is supposed to be continuity. Who side the other person stop, now the next person for start. But mentioning him, you know if instead still interested in the position or they look for higher positions.
Well, you never say never, and you never can tell. He is a matured man, and he has been in the position, and he has worked, assiduously to ensure that he secures his position. But one thing I would say is that maybe nature not go allow him for continue in that drive. And I believe say in every life, people want for grow, and himself want for grow better. And because he want for grow, I believe say himself he go don't see higher position when he said the I. I no want for talk in mind. But one thing I will say when the time reach for politics, I believe say that that time we everybody go come on and share and show sign in position there.
Okay.
But for us, we focus on helping our people. We see unnecessary say the mayoral position like a stepping stone, which I will be able for start so
Okay.
that we then will go to some peak we God go want to for it.
Okay, thank you very, very much. And we will go to the third section. We get for do with education and youth empowerment. So, which
Okay.
role, if you get for be a mayor, which role you go play for improve education and supporting schools in the city?
Yes, I think this is serious and quite interesting. Supporting education, one thing we are known are that the council gets major ministries wey devolved to them. I don't know how they don't do it now, but the time wey we quite frequently be around council, we get what we call devolved function. We you get people you get ministries, line ministries, MDAs, we then devolved to council. Education are one of them, and social welfare are another, then Ministry of Water Resources are another, and other ministries then devolve to council. Agriculture, these are major ministries we devolve to council. By then, I don't know now how the routine be, but that was how it was. And education, now the flagship project of every government. And when it comes to education, we dey ensure say without education, we know they talk about government. So we topmost priority now for ensure say we promote education within the municipality, number one, in ensuring that we not just get education, but we get quality education. So we did look at the quality aspect of the education. How? In terms of infrastructure, in terms of sitting accommodation, and provide from ensures we provide a conducive learning environment for the Peking, make them feel safe when they're in the land. And I believe say, if we're able to get that and also engage the teachers, we engage them, regular dialogue, we make sure that we know their problem, and we try for advocate to government or push for make sure say they're able to address, if not 100%, or at least 50% for let themselves feel okay, or let them able to take care of the picking them at school. So when we come, education is a continual process. We ensure say we support in whatever way we could for make sure say we get better and quality education within the municipality.
Okay. So again, there's a chain of problems we are going to bring to you, and we also they look for solutions. I believe saying that that's actually where the citizens that they look for. Youth
Yeah.
unemployment don't continue for increase every time. So which opportunities that we go able offer, your administration will offer for the young people there?
Yes, and in terms of youth employment, uh, like we say, the youth population they grow every other year, and because they grow, we therefore make the youth then become a self-reliant youth. The government on their own not go able for provide job for every other youth. That is the fact. But there is a way we study development in Duam. We get what we call the CDI, Community Development Initiative. Community Development Initiative get a package. A package for community development initiative. Number one, now how to be self-reliant. So in making one self-reliant, we dey bring them to a stage where it able number one, you know say value in our society. Number two, you know say it able for live on its own without rely on somebody. So how will we do it? Of course, then we don't come with these training institutions and other things for youth then give them startup kits, but monitoring not there. So even when they don't give them the startup kit, they not provide a space for them for start, they find out that then they go back for outside and come up. So when we come as a mayor of Koidu municipality, the number one thing what they do now how we go continue for engage the skilled youth there and provide a space for them, or let them be, maximize the potentials the way they don't get through the skills them wey they acquire. Which I mean elaborate am now. We dey create trade centers, we put youth dem there. For example, carpenter, wey you design you build, we dey construct like a government showroom. You come, you put am at the showroom, you price am. Then we go get people wey dey sell am at their own cost and give you the cost where you state for you goods, you product. So in having that kind of space, the CC, the man will get the middleman capacity or ability or empowerment, they realize waiting it they get. And he knows it that is sustainable and like a continual something. We have a plan for them. Like for example, the tailor them, you say the tailor them scatter all over the city with no proper maintenance and no proper something. So we go come as a council, we provide a space for them. We build the tailoring department. We put them all there within the sew, then they sell. So where anybody can do municipality say, I want so close. You get tailor shop, you get outside, you go, you meet tailors them, you buy what you want, you sew them, and you go. We dey come for create, we dey come for add value to the skills and knowledge with the people they get and make them believe say then self-importance as society. We go monitor them and we go make sure say we encourage them for them to be better.
That na a very brilliant idea for put the tailor them for create an infrastructure for them, bring them at one place. Na a very very brilliant idea. That they happen at the industrialized developed countries then. Okay, so we get another problem we go look at drug abuse, and we also get this violence. We get criminal activities the way they affect youth them in the city. How you go able address them in a day?
Yes, thank you very much, my brother David. We all pass now some stages where we be once involved in them. If not to, there's a man's best advisor is himself. Man best advisor is himself. When you're able to advise yourself and see your future and you really vision above the present situation where you find yourself, like you're able to make analyze. The opportunity will many you to get now, we not being get out. We now for let get people we go advise them. We don't see how the growing number of youth and in addiction don't they day. By the grace of God, now God no answer my prayer is what we don't or God don't answer the prayer, but he don't manifest it because I believe in spirituality. I'm just work on a project where for better rehabilitation center for the brothers and we don't involve in Kush within Koidu City. And by the grace of God, maybe before we go to 2027 or so, we're gonna materialize and we will go back and see how we can able for Bila. For the violence, youth violence within the municipality, it all boils down to when the mind is idle. When we not get waiting to do, then we feel discouraged and told we can decide for use by any force for going to violence. But with regular consultation, regular dialogue, regular engagement with the brothers, then I believe they be able to rethink otherwise. So when I come as a mayor, I go make sure say we not to for create self, we empower the youth and sports committee, chairman, na council, only we dey create activities where they bring the youth them together or sensitize them and for also give them empowerment for make sure say they're safe able for contribute to the development of we city. So that plan is being and by the grace of God, when we come as mayor, go work on them by the grace of God.
Okay, yeah, that is also very good, very brilliant responses. So again, as you don't mention that, because boku boku waiting for pull the youth them come on a street. So what thing will be you plan for vocational training, like skill development, entrepreneurship programs for the youth them? What thing will be you plan for that?
Yes, and like I been saying no more earlier, that's now that's a priority, a major priority for engaging youth. We will try for we get existing structures within the municipality we will go partner with. The problem we get over the years, now that when one come, it destroy the existing structure and impose a new one. So by the time people in the camp were used to that new one we count, a lot of abnormalities don't happen and it end up. But when we count for youth empowerment, and like we talk about training center institutions. We get them boku like the Konokai, the Konomusu, we get the Proa, we get other one that within the municipality. We go partner with them. We get the GTI, Government Technical Institute. We go partner with them. We ensure say we write project, we development partners then go approve or they be able for train youth them or let them become self-reliant. And when once we get them projects and they done, we no go decide We know we come and establish institutions, but we will work with existing institutions and existing structures. We empower them and we make sure they themselves able for continue or contribute to the development of the youth them in terms of skill. And I believe say when the institutions and the way them we don't exist already, then develop any youth, then go able then go get the follow-up mechanism we don't go put in place for ensure say them follow up them and then go also get a mechanism we don't go put in place for ensure say they recommend them to relevant institutions for let themselves be employed and let them get their daily living. So
Okay.
when we come, we create, we will work with the existing structures.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Again, as you say, you get a lot of experience with a lot of stuff, and if you get that position there, that could be a very good advantage to the citizens of Koidu City. So now let we come to women, human rights, and equal opportunities. So for women them and girl picking them, where they continue for face economic and social challenges them. So how your administration will provide for them one day?
Yes, you know, my background as an activist, we don't serve at the wall of activism for over 7 years. And also, I don't serve as journalist for over 10 years. I get vast experience in human because most times when maybe they do investigative journalism and human interest stories, the human interest stories that will be the cover. And when you talk about human interest story, you get to talk about the gender. Female are priority. You have to look at them. And you have to look at the women, you have to look at children, you have to look at the PWDs, persons with disability. So when I have to come as a mayor, we have to lay premium on that. And one thing we will do, we make will do by the grace of God, though not the part of the local government act, but we go create them as a dex for the look at the affairs of women and children and persons with disability.
That's
We will
great.
get a dex really will different from the gender officer, but the gender officer of the council go work in supervision, direct supervision with the dex day. Where they would look into the direct affairs day to day, not policy, but the day to day affairs of women and persons living with disability. The thing is, we get NGOs then, we don't establish institutions like call them paralegalism, where they look at issues, where they, mitigate small conflicts within the community, but not enough. So
Okay.
we could create a paralegal desk at the council where somebody market woman on any company, market woman, then they bring you kind of council. Not to follow we can jail you, but not follow we arbitrate, let we mediate between them and settle the dispute and make sure say them go back and see themselves as one. So we could create that paralegal desk at the council because why we they create them? If council they use the market woman then people then for generate revenue, the own source revenue, we dey collect money in their hand. We for also dey in the position and that capacity for make sure say we mediate and resolve conflict within the people then because maybe in the process of finding that money where they go can pay to council, conflict go arose. But waiting on the role we go play as a council or make sure say we able for unite the people them together and resolve their issues there.
Okay.
So
This
and
they
we
really bring me
prior-
to the next question where they talk about your position on equal rights and inclusion regardless of tribe, gender, religion, or political affiliation. I believe say you
of
don't
course.
talk a lot of things away tied to that. So how you go
Mm.
uphold anything and day?
Yes, we just like continuity, and we get we just get for implement we just get for implement the OGI strategy, Open Government Initiative strategy. We make sure say we open the governance system, bring people in, allow them for vent, and we look into their issues there and yield to them. Make sure say waiting them dissatisfied of, if not 100%, but we able to address at 70 or 75%. We know they come as a dictator, as I said earlier. We they come as negotiators. We they come as people that we they listen to the masses and work in consultation with the people and for ensure they can get equal rights and get them justice in whatever they do. Because even for mobilized revenue within the municipality, there's this notion where they say, except you get high on hand, you go, you lock somebody in the mouth, you put Boku padlock the, you arrest them, you scatter the market there before you able you able for mobilize revenue. But we get a strategy we overcome it. I believe say they're going to pay themselves they enjoy. Why they pay them money? Because when we talk about equal rights and justice, we don't need for subject anybody to pressure. We just need to make they understand their roles and responsibility, waiting the need for do. Excuse me. So when they know their roles and responsibility, I believe say they'll be able to do better.
Okay, yeah. As you say yourself, you get a wealth of experience. Where the community go look for tap from. This they bring we now to mining companies and corporate social responsibilities. Many citizens then believe say mining companies they're not they do or they're not they give enough for local communities. So what would be your assessment on them corporate social responsibilities?
Yes, thank you very much. I believe say, I been expect this question. I know say we go end it.
Hmm.
And it don't be one of the major major and very complex issue when it comes, especially when it comes to Kono, because Kono is a mining area. Yeah, inside when they do mining, and we get a lot of companies and but in the issue of addressing the corporate social responsibility, it has to do with transparency and accountability. What do I mean? If we therefore make sure, say, we the companies adhere to the corporate social responsibility, number one, we therefore make the mining lease agreement document public. We bring that to the public domain. When we bring the document to the public domain, and the public able to know exactly the do's and the don'ts of the mining company where they operate within the community or vicinity or the municipality, then the citizens they be able for all the company to account for their corporate social responsibility. But can I tell you something? We don't they happen at corner way at times I can sit down on the quiet corner, I can bleed on my heart. Now that the people, the citizens, they fight for the right, which is very good. But they are fighting blindly because not every one of them has access to the mining lease agreement document. Though they say it is a public domain, but even when you browse the internet at times, they not will be correct one because now documents and the way that they review parliament they go they touch. So when you go there, they go give you something way now archaic something. They not will give you the accurate one. We even when you ask, then go counter, but then go counter halfway. So you can't know. And imagine how many of we get that know-how for going to the internet, browse, search for day. But if we able to get a strategic point within the municipality, we if we want for access public document, we can go there and access them free of cost. They open. Like for example, we get a department at the council where we say if anybody want to know, for example, let me quote Mayor Mining. Say waiting at the corporate social responsibility of Mayor Mining. Kana Council, like the Department of Mining, yeah, you come, you watch, you pay like 5 million, then we'll give you the document. And when you go, you read them, you will not say that this may I need for do to the people of Simbakoro, to the people of Takoro, to the people of Nimekoro, as the case may be. You know, making the documents public. Now, one of the major things we will salvage the problems of corporate social responsibility.
Thank you
So
very much. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
when we come as uh, when I come as mayor, we no go force them, but we go negotiate them and we go put them in dialogue. That
Okay.
every mine document need for be the public. When it is public, we sensitize the people then, we conscientize them because most of the fight what is in a corona guess. Some of the guess they don't go give chief them 500 million. They don't go give this authority 50 million. Then they pay so policy. This if they pay anybody in a company, it has to be in a document. If we
Yeah.
get access to that document,
Well,
we will know who
if
that
I
they
can
pay.
come in briefly, that
Yes, sir.
guess where they talk about now because you talk about open government
Initiative.
OGIs, yes. So if
The
the
OG.
yes, if the transparency not the and they not they bring this to the people them, then they bring them guess them because
Exactly.
if then they inform the public about what thing they go on, if government give you 20 loan for development, you can't show you people them. Government give you 1 loan for development, you can't show you people them. And nothing say them go guess. But big
Exactly.
gap there.
Sure.
You they talk about bottom to top approach, and that bottom to top approach is not common now with society,
No.
where they create a lot of them guess thing, the way they bring conflict and friction between authorities them and the citizens.
Yeah. Sure. So when me come as a mayor, now one of the things that we me the push for because they say if you not suspect you and you not go smell them.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh. So when you suspect you and they make you smell them, or let you know if you get bad scent or you get good scent.
Yeah.
So the suspicion we don't do all along that because there are things we not they public and it has to be made public.
It's supposed for the public.
Suppose if then they blast, then they go on radio, then go announce it today 3 o'clock with the blast. So why if there is a responsibility where they need for honor before they blast, they not will go back on radio and say we get a responsibility for honor before we blast. With the honor and first then 3 o'clock we all man come up because we got for blast. That's the point.
That's a very big
So
point. That's a very big point.
yeah, so when we come as a mayor of the city, I will ensure say we create a space for everything become public. Every mining agreement, mining document, the roles and responsibility of the community, we state and clear. The roles and responsibility of the stakeholders, we state and clear. The roles of the and responsibility of the mining company, we state and clear. And as and when it will happen, we state that clear. Surface rent wey dem dey give, how dem dey give. Most times we hear say they don give 2 million, they don give 12 million. But what is the implementation plan for those monies? And what are the reports wey we dey get again for those monies? We no dey get am.
Yeah.
For goodness
Yeah.
sake, for crying out loud, dem dey give Koidu City Council, dem dey give dem. Dem
So
begin for give Koidu City Council 2012, dem begin for give dem about 12 million
yeah,
per annum.
what I want add to that, with all them
Yes,
brilliant
sir.
suggestions the way you bring up, what if you
Mm.
get something completely opposite with the traditional leader the way they operate na that chiefdom or na that diamond mining area. If una say una expectations are not match or what you want for let it happen, then let's say for example the chief not want that. What you go do?
I believe that the chief then not to themselves make themselves chief. Now the people that make them chief. Because when you're ready for become chief, you get what we call it TA. Now they never go vote for you. And when they vote, then the chief of council when they vote for you, now in the qualify you for becoming chief. And why then they vote for you? That is the question. Then they
Yeah.
vote for you for let you can represent them and for let you do waiting they're not able for do for themselves. Then they
The
entrust that
current
responsibility in
situation
you.
and not cut it word. The current situation now we district right now, for tell truth to authority, it don't become a very difficult thing. If you see an authority not to do something right, you tell them respectfully, it don't become a very difficult thing. And with
I say if
traditional
you tell,
leaders, they self afraid for bring the truth to the central government because of them afraid for letting know intimidate them or they become victims of circumstances. So in situations like that, Usai, the traditional leaders and afraid the government, the citizens and afraid the traditional leaders. How you go able work in that situation?
well, it all boils down to dialogue and negotiation. It can be a give and take situation. There are things you give, there are things you take. So when you get for come into things where you get for deal with critical, mind you, we are all representing the people. And are the people in will now we carry in our shoulder. So if we carry the will of the people on our shoulder, then they entrust they will them to we. Then they expect much from we. So what we do, we responsibility now for let me make sure say that confidence with them bestowed in we, they enjoy them. So and in another hand, we know go in the process of doing that for satisfy the people, we know go also create a scene, we know go create a chaos within the governance structure. We make ourselves like we exonerate ourselves above the government. So what do they do? We they come down and put our heads together and negotiate. There are some things where we need for negotiate. We tell them, say, okay, Mr. Central Government, this is what is happening there. And we, the locals, now we know what's in the apple. So for them be able to achieve this, let's give this. It all boils
So,
down to
so
negotiation.
meaning, Mr. Mbendakwia, meaning we really need for unite first before they bring a problem to the central government. You don't think so?
I believe so.
We need for get a common agenda where
Of
they
course.
promote the interests of the district, not to just the chiefdom who say the company go day. But let we move forward. How you go able to work with mining companies and for contribute to education, healthcare, road and community development?
Yeah, like what you say, it also rests on the shoulders of the corporate social responsibility, and it's embedded in the manual lease agreement document. So the thing number way we need for the way account now for constantly to remind the mining company that you have this responsibility. Instead of you giving the money, because many a times, well, I know one for say this like an allegation, but I want to say I'm like waiting at the thing in my opinion. You
Okay,
know,
yeah, go ahead.
man go prefer for say, okay, well, instead of we go give 50, 60 picking a scholarship, But look your envelope, all this envelope, don't forget what this the shift under the shelf. But in a situation where we they come for represent the people there, we can't tolerate brown envelope. We go remain selfless and make sure that the right thing happen than remain selfish and destroy the fabrics of the society. So
Okay.
we go count for negotiation and constantly they remind the mining companies of their corporate social responsibility. And we make sure say our dialogue and negotiation they're able to implement them appropriately.
Okay. Yeah, so which measures that you would take for address environmental destruction, like that high mountain way Koidu Limited don't make, boku boku on rehabilitated land, the way people then they dig and then they left they hold them, where rain season come, they full up with water, some then they even begin and they drown the adult, then they drown the, some then don't become health hazard. How you go work with that as a mayor for make sure say all the environmental destruction and they address them appropriately.
Yes, as a mayor, I go work with because there is a specific agency responsible for that. The Environmental Protection Agency is a government institution. So when I come and get to the end policy, we then get by the Act of Parliament. So when I come, I will go through the documents and look at the gray areas, danger zones within the municipality, and I bring them to the notice of the Environmental Protection Agency, and we also able for call the people that were responsible for that and make sure say we able for address the issues and also we go also the right project to development partners for land reclamation and rehabilitation. We will write them projects and make sure to we implement them for give the citizens then a conducive and a peaceful atmosphere for the people for within the municipality.
Okay, yeah, time the cage way small, so let we move. I know we're they very close to the end. So how you go encourage or how the local communities and go benefit from mining or mineral resources then directly in Akono district?
Yes, how they go benefit?
Directly
They go
from
benefit.
mineral resources.
Yes, how they will benefit. Now we see that with mineral resources have been industrialized. Then we mineral resources the more they on companies and they on industry than the artisanal aspect of them. Though we get some areas that we see the artisanal miners themselves they do one or two things, but for them to be able for benefit, it all has to do proper documentation, dialogue, and negotiation. Because if now we don't industrialize we mineral resources now with district and we expect companies then for come and mine them, we the authorities then therefore sit down and decide on the fate of we people and what will the people and stand for benefit and how they will benefit. Like for example, Koidu links they get sorry for quote them, but then they get a scholarship scheme where then they begin to connect picking them indigenous then with the university, then they pay them school fees, then pay them collect fees, then for tuition fees for ensure say then go and graduate and come back. And most of the less privileged, including me where they talk to you, so benefit from that scholarship. And those are the ways we the citizens then can benefit from with mineral resources.
Yeah, if you don't
So
mind, I ask you quickly, what in I mean the criteria where they mean to put for let when get that that scholarship which kind of application process been there for that?
well, The process will be the me na beneficiary. And they talk about my own experience so I get.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The process will be the me I apply. When I write application to the company, you know they just write the application, you go submit. You dey write the application and you go give your paramount chief. Now you chief don wey you comot.
Okay.
Your paramount chief, they vet the application and they stamp and sign am for ascertain that you na a Kono indigene, you na Kono pikin. So after a stamp and sign am, then you forward am to the company. Now that way you dey forward am with your result, acceptance letter, and your progress result for year one, where they show say indeed you dey na college and you na Kono pikin and you are qualified for the scholarship and then give you. That is how I went through.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
how I went through.
That not been just a side stuff. Thank you very much for explaining that because Bokuten the way assumptions then they come up, how person they get a scholarship and the rest of it. But I gladly and I appreciate what you don't talk. So let we go to almost the last section now. Governance and accountability. So corruption and lack of accountability, it don't inside with country in every institution, and they cry with that. How your administration going to ensure transparency and corruption no go dey inside your operation?
Yes, you know, corruption na one thing you know, I guess somebody we can say, is it in the born picky or you already corrupt? Is it because the blood will get on that corrupt blood? But I tell us, no, in the midst of corruption, there are people with very straight and we're not corrupt at all. It's just a system. With a set up a system. You set up a system where somebody not able for invade. You set up a system where somebody not able for penetrate. You set up a system where somebody not able for compromise. And when once those systems are set up, corruption is far away. How would they do it? Like recently, I know one for this are just side, right? In my own opinion, which I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I go work on immigration last month before last.
Mm-hmm.
I go on immigration. I be get my own personal stuff where I go do.
Mm-hmm.
But the former process where I be seeing immigration and where I go there now, the process where I go see there, I know see when there is system, you cannot fraud system, you cannot be corrupt, you know the able corrupt system.
Yeah.
So now for every document they have now in immigration, it goes through system, it goes through the computer and then get somebody where they respond. Instead of somebody go hold money, you get sign outside, you go pay money. Then
Okay.
you see that the staff where they work, then process the document, then you see the document and then you take and do. So when we come, we go build system for ensure say we mitigate corruption. We go build the system.
Yeah. Okay. That you don't give enough information for that. And my second to last question: how you go improve cooperation between the city council, traditional leaders, and the civil society groups them, and the central government? How you go improve the relationship between them group like this?
Yes, like I tell you earlier in the introduction, say I work as journalist, the fourth estate. I work as civil society activist, the fifth, the fifth estate, and governance. Of course, we don't be part of governance. We don't be watch. We don't be following politics and whatnot. So with all them ideas them we are get, with all them collaborative skills that we are get, I go able to make sure say I navigate within the traditional leaders. As I dey talk to you now, go Kono, you do research. All the 14 paramount chiefs of Kono district, they are my fathers. They know me very well by name and they know me by attribute. Last month we I go celebrate the Independence Day. Something happened. We go to one chief. We name we tell. I go for go talk for somebody. As he see me, I say Bendakwia. He said, "No allow this man to see you." He said, "Because you are not saying a clean man." He said, "Not to me no more." He said, "We all the chief they not saying a clean man." He said, "No allow this man to see you." Right there. So the skill for collaborate within the paramount chief, then I have it.
Okay.
I can bring the paramount chiefs then very close because according to council, we get ex officio members of the parliament of council where get to do with the two paramount chiefs, the Bense and the Tankoro paramount chief. Then an ex officio member, they are councillors of the council. So
Okay.
through them, we navigate and bring the leadership of the district into the council activity.
Okay. So finally, Mr. Bendakwia, so why you think say the people of Koidu City for trust you with the leadership of the city, and what will be your final message to the voters then?
Thank you very much. The people of Kodu City for trust me because me not them picking. I don't deal with them through the thick and things, through the struggle day. And I know in detail, me not a stranger, but the problems with the happen within Koidu municipality. Me not a stranger. I've been part of it. At Ankara are born, at Ankara are men. You know, now we all the resettle go resettlement. Na Tripoli me bin dey. So I sabi the problem. I sabi if water no dey I know. If good road no dey I know. For comot Benze market for enter for access Tripoli, the road for comot for where waka through bike and all that thing, I know. If you want go so Kono, this dey enter. I know how the road don dey because Kwedo live with the help small small but wey the company no dey in existence now. I know how the road network dey. So I know detail and I know the problems. Because I know the problems and me na them pikin, I believe say they need for give me the opportunity for I represent them better. And I
Okay.
want to talk to the people of Blue City that this is not the time we for give power to people that we deserve them. Maybe not give power to people because they can't give money. Maybe not give power to people and because I don't say cap puwanga akapu che amoso fi mi mati ane sorry because I talk or not.
No, that's okay.
I'm not discriminate. I know you try for discriminate. But for say this person come on the diaspora, hey, I get experience, you don't travel, yes. For the experience where you get na the diaspora, not to the experience in Koidu City.
That's true.
So we need for give power to people that we deserve them.
That's
And I
very
want
true.
for say to the people we do, they will not be moved by what we see. They will be moved by what we feel, the emotions we they get. If we move by what we feel, then we can be able to do the right, we can be able to take the right decision. But if we move by what we see, we can be deceived. Thank you very much. Mina Aiah James Mbendakwia.
Yeah, thank you so much for your eloquent explanations, your wealth of experience. Um, I really admire that very, very much. And I
Thank
also want
you.
to say you always welcome to this channel. Yeah, so if anything the way
Thank
you feel say you don't do or you want to do, or you dey expect for say it don't pass, and you want for let we pass them out to the public, you're always welcome to
you.
this channel.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah. So I go close up now by with my closing statement. And fumble them when I always don't listen, when I don't listen to three candidates then now I don't interview for this same position. Yeah, so Mr. Bendakwia, I want to ask if I ready for putting all three together for Leona talk in a form of debate. I want to know if you will be ready for that.
Of course, I hope you to debate. Even in the 2023 election, I was the only candidate where they show up in all of the debates on radio.
Okay.
always ready. Me doors
Okay,
are open.
okay. So the future of Koidu City depends on leadership that is accountable, visionary, inclusive, and committed to development. The issues affecting the city, from unemployment and sanitation to mining, education, and human rights, require practical solutions and strong community partnership. As citizens prepare for future elections, informed decisions like this remain essential in shaping the direction of the city and ensuring that leadership truly serves the people. So, family them, me na David Bongo, I just don't talk to another candidate we want for team up for mayor position. Now we Koidu City, and I believe say una all don't hear them, una don't get them philosophies them, and una go able make informed decision. I don't know yet if any other candidates there. But if any other candidates there, I go bring himself to this channel for let talk to una. As I don't just make a request to Mr. Mbendakwia, I want for ask them all the other one day where I don't talk to for let them go ready for one day where I go bring them for a debate. I want for tell you thank you for your time and effort and all the answers the way you give. I appreciate them very very much. Once more, me na
Thank
David
you.
Bongo. I want for tell una all thank you. Una share, una like, una comment, and una support una candidates them in the right way. Thank you very much, my brother, and have a good evening.